We gotta get it while it's on the run, if you don't mind. Okay, fish tank people. So here's the deal. Check it out. While we have it on the run, we gotta get all that and more. So we're gonna hit it today with like another 70%. Gonna scrape. We're gonna add some more plants, and we're just gonna keep fighting. So here we go again. Okay, folks. Way to go, Andrew. Drop the Instagram phone. All right, so today we want to keep the algae on the run. We've got a good jump, but we're going to keep going. Our wonderful friends at Baby Health are open right now, so we're going to be quiet and calm, zen-like. But we're still going to be aggressive. So what we're going for today is to get more of this stuff out of here as best we can. Manual removal. I'm going to add some more plants. There's the Bacopa yellow flame I added yesterday. Here's algae still on here. More over here. So we're just going to go keep fighting. And then today we're going to talk about some of the things we can do to keep this from coming back. Okay, folks, so today we're going to keep it on the run. We've got the algae on the run. We're not going to stop. We're going to keep fighting the algae as hard as we can. But in today's video, we're going to try to figure out what is causing it. We're going to take a look at the light bulbs, and we're going to make a couple of halftime adjustments, if you will. And we're going to keep the algae at bay. We've got to figure out what's causing it. We have a rough idea of what's causing it, but we're also going to keep manually removing it because we've got to get it out. And that's what we're going to do. It starts with the Big Ninja water change. And today I brought the extra bucket to do even more water changes faster. Okay, so again, we're scraping and we're manually removing all this. Somebody asked me yesterday, why don't you add a like a pleco or a Siamensis algae eater, and all those are fine, but look, you're not going to have a fish. I don't care if it's a foot long pleco, they're not going to clean this whole thing off. So you got to manually remove all of this algae and get it out as best you can, and then figure out what's causing it. I also don't have a good substrate in here. I think the dirt has finally bit the dust and is not giving the plants as much nutrients. And you can see this sword right here has never really grown. Click the links around here for other videos on this as I talk while I'm out of breath, because you can see the sword hasn't really like rocketed. So it's not really like a skyrocketing. You'd think if that was in full dirt, that'd be good, but that sword just hasn't really taken off. So that's an indicator to me that the substrate in this tank has kind of gone away. But it's not a problem. We got some other plants we can put in here to keep this going. But everything starts with the water change. So water change is rolling first. I set the slime on top. And then I've got this siphon runs, the normal siphon runs decent, but that's my full water changer. What I'm gonna do is with the other siphon here in a second, I'm gonna grab the other siphon and I'm gonna, this is just aesthetically, I don't like the way that looks in there. In a second here, we're gonna grab the other just regular tube, and I'm gonna spot suck. Look at the roots on this though, check this out, look at that. That's a healthy crypt right there. You guys can see that, look at that. You guys think the dirt substrate doesn't work? Look at that. Make sure you get that whole shot, and that's it. That's the jam. So that is a happy crypt. That's a bronze crypt. I do sell these. Do not leave this video to go buy stuff from me. YouTube will hate that. So now I'm gonna replant this big, massive crypt, but I want everybody to see those roots. In fact, Andrew, get a shot of this up here. Look, that's the trick, folks, is that the plant's roots have to be as long as its stems and leaves. You want a happy plant, get happy roots. Look at that. That's my lanky arm. Like, that's the root right there. There, you got the root. Show this to Instagram over here. If you're not following me on Instagram, do so. And I actually had another little crypt baby over here somewhere. Yep. It's a miscellaneous root. And it's okay to be tearing it all up because I got the siphon going, so I'm not as concerned about
making a mess. You can see the Osmocote balls. People have said use Osmocote. Osmocote was actually not sufficient for my liking when it comes to plant growth as far as a good substrate. So I replaced the Osmocote. You can click the links around here because I just simply wasn't getting the growth that I wanted out of the plants. So I used Osmocote. It doesn't work great. Heck, it might even be part of the algae problem for all I know. So we'll suck all this out. And that's running. So this tank is draining. While it's super stirred up, I'm gonna grab the other siphon in the other bucket and I'm gonna do like a full 70% again while I just pick it apart. And this is how you get it on the run. Somebody asked me yesterday why I didn't clean the filter. I'm not gonna clean the filter until probably tomorrow's video because I wanna let the filter get all the bad stuff out because I don't wanna clean it until like all the stuff has been sucked up. Think of it like your vacuum at your house. Like my wife's like, go vacuum the porch. Well, I'm not gonna vacuum the porch until the bag needs replaced. And that's kind of like my thinking with that. The boost has responded well to the water change yesterday. I'm happy about that. And the Longiplumulosis, the Pongitons just don't care. It's time to get the other siphon. How fast can you suck? And I like this one because I can pull the stuff right to it. It's more direct, there's no kinks, there's no nothing. Pulls it all right in there. And it's just how much nasty water can I remove while the tank is stirred up. And I do this in the greenhouse tanks too. As much dirty skank water as you have stirred up, get all that water out while it's in the water column. Or you can wait till it settles. I'm just gonna remove a ton of it while it's floating around, and that'll get it going, no problem. So see, I can stir all this up, and because it's coming fast, no big deal. And I do love these rocks. If I told you where I got them, I'd have to kill you. They are some of my favorite rocks around. Ninja technique, tuck this up here. Siphon doesn't break. That's it. Typically what kills mystery snails is a lack of calcium. This is a dead mystery snail, empty container. That's not good. So that shows we had probably a lack of calcium in the water column from a lack of water changes from yours truly. So we will, if we do add snails, we need to be cognizant of that. Big water changes. Not recommended. Unless you have the water temps perfect, which I do. And the FX4 is about to stop. The water level's getting too low. Andrew, get a shot of that. So that's about to stop. So I'm going to see how it's got to that water level there. So I'm going to redo it and refill it back up and keep it about this water level, but I'm going to keep doing the water changes. I'm going to start the refill. Something that's awesome is that this sink right here has the slip fitting. So I have the water running, I can test the temp in my hand exactly the way I want it, and I'm going to turn this on and I wait, I have it adjusted so it's the right temperature as this. So this temp will match this, and I can get it really throttled up. And then what I do is I leave it like this, probably spray the camera, and I leave it intentionally a little loose. Now I got to sprint back there and add some dechlor, but I've got this temp just barely running. Now you got a couple seconds because the water in this tube is actually from your tank, so you don't have to worry about it with the chlorines for too long. But I get that adjusted, and while it's leaking like that, I can adjust the temps. That's too high. But that gives me time to get back there and add the dechlor. And that's where we want to be. That's the temp. ACCR, ammonia chlorine remover from our friends at Fritz. Squirt I overdose this stuff. It's fish safe, why not? They say, what is it? 1 cap for every 10 gallons. I use more than that. Why not? safe to overdose. So this is running, and what I'm trying to do first things first is get the water level up high enough in the FX4 to compensate. And this water's coming out a little cold, so I'm gonna need to check that in a second. Because we want the FX4 circulating to suck all this stuff that I'm pulling out of here out. Temps here a little cold, adjusting. Now it's perfect. It's perfect, I tighten it up. You get more flow out to there. Ease out. I want to show this if I haven't shown it enough. Hygrophila cordata red. So it's a variant, it's not available exclusively on dustinsfishtanks.com. Don't leave this video to go there. And you'll see this. This is a really wicked plant that I really like. And it can handle abuse because it's a hygrophila, generally speaking. So I'm going to plant some of this up in here. Note the kid screaming in the background if you can hear that. It's part of the joys. I'm only going to go 2 stems at a time on the 3 stems at a time on the high grow. 1, 2, 3. Spreads this stuff out. I'll put a couple more down in this crack right here. And see how they do. Down in the substrate, but that'll be okay. Typically I would try to get these all the way down, but this is such a hardy plant, it doesn't matter, so these will just go in the crack here. And I don't know if that's going to work, but it should. It's a pretty hardy plant. Get those tucked in there. And I'm going to unplug the FX4 because it's sputtering, give it a break. Checking my temps. Temps are good. Yeah, it's bubbling over there. Now watch this. So it's kind of burped the filter, if you will. Now it's going to kick off in a minute. That'll be all right. Shove some of these down there. There's the FX4's kicking off. Hear all that air coming out? That's it. That's off of that main crypt I pulled out a second ago. Now let's go check on the tank after an hour in here. My girl April's in here. I'll not bust you out on camera, April. Yeah. But yeah, so we got the tank set up here. It's now 12:30. As you can see the time, 12:30. This tank has had a little bit of time to get filtered through, and I like the way it's looking. I'm actually going to kill the lights so you guys can see it better without the glare, but the tank is doing okay. I grab a chair and I pull up here like this and I scope it out, and we're not done yet, folks. We are not done yet. We still have more algae on all of the rocks that we need to do, but we are battling it valiantly. You can see there is still algae all over the place, but it's getting better. We've added some more plants. That's the Hygrophila cordata red. Not sure how it's going to do pinned in there, but so far so good. Looks all right. So we got to peel all that back, but the fish are fine. Tank's bubbling. It's got a nice big water change. Yeah, not bad.
And I do want to make a quick point about this tank right here. You'll note I'm doing this over 3 days. This is day 2 of a 3-day series where I'm battling this algae problem, and that is for this reason. You do not want to overclean your tanks. You can click links around here. Fastest way to kill your fish. I've overcleaned tanks before. I'm doing big water changes, massive water changes, but I'm making sure the temps are right, as you can see. But I'm doing it over a 3-day period so I can adjust, make moves, add plants, see what it needs, what it doesn't need, and it's actually better for the aquarium to spread it out a little bit instead of overcleaning your tank and killing your fish. Do me a favor, folks, if you like what I'm doing, hit the subscribe button and that notification button, because we're going daily this year. Everybody have a fabulous freaking week. Talk to you mañana. And tank on. Later.